So I've been creating content since 2018. 2018, I created my very first video content. That was in 2018. I recorded that content. I remember I was sitting in the car, I recorded the content, and I posted it. It was my very first time creating that type of content. But ever since then, in recent times, a lot of content creators have come, and it gets, for me, sometimes it gets really discouraging because you feel like Nigerians are not really interested in education, and the cruise guys have more followers. I mean, Pella has over 15 million followers. Aproko Doctor on TikTok has around 2 million followers. So it tells you the dynamics on how Nigerians, look at things, and it gets very discouraging. Now, I want to point your attention to something that you may not have noticed since the beginning of this video, and that is what this table looks like. Now, this is my table. This is what it looks like every day. I have these things on this table. Now, when I want to shoot content, the first thing I do is I arrange it, I remove everything, leave only the books behind, and leave the flag. So, by the way, this is the FP Markets logo and the Chukwado Trading Academy logo. Of course, a unique partnership between these two companies, providing free education on behalf of FP Markets. Now, what else do I have on the table? I have one of my favorite equipments here, this calculator. Very good for business because I do a lot of numbers with my businesses. So I'm always punching calculator. You have to press calculator to determine prices of things, your expenses, and how much you can potentially sell, and all of those things. So the calculator comes in very handy. I like it. Very big, very easy to press, And I have this here, this safety hat, in case you're going to site for inspection. And this is our notepad from Chukwado Group and Chukwado Energy. So the thing is, ordinarily you would not see this table looking like this. I always want to wait for the table to be clear. I clean up the table first. And on the days when I look at the table and I feel like the table is not, looking good, or I have to think about what I'll go through to clean the table and then, rearrange it back, I just get discouraged. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do it some other time. And then that's how procrastination creeps in. So the thing is, you cannot continue to wait for perfect conditions to get things done. Just get it done. And that's why I'm actually facing the vulnerability of showing you what the table looks like. I mean, this is POS, for business. And this is my car key. I even have my knee brace here because, sometimes I do have knee issues, and that's why I'm really trying to lose weight. My knee hurts sometimes, and my wristwatch, and this is from my MBA. Of course, the jog from FP Markets. By the way, if you attend our free classes, you'll probably get one of these. So yes, and my laptop is always here. I do a lot of work on my laptop. I have my journal here. I love to write. I write down business ideas, strategies, everything, even calculations. They are all done right here on this journal. So just facing the vulnerability of showing you, what it looks like, what my table looks like, and why I will no longer be waiting for the perfect conditions to get things done. Because that perfect condition you're waiting for, might just be, the thing that could be holding you back from making your next big content. And the funny thing is that you never know when the next big content will come. So, and if you are someone like me that a lot of things goes on in your brain, like I think about a lot of things, I don't just think about trading and energy. I think about society. I think about men. I think about women. I think about relationship dynamics. I think about all these things. And sometimes I'm like, what should I create this content on? Or what should the content genuinely be about? Should I just create content about one thing and just be known for that, which I really do not like the idea of just creating trading content, or just talk about everything and, build your brand around, talking about society and business in general. So, I don't know what works. I've been creating content since 2018. I've not been able to figure out this internet and, what really works, what is actually going to quote unquote blow you, whether it's focusing on that or just one type of content, or, being diversified with your content and being able to talk about anything. But I think it's just creating everything. And then as you proceed, you just go with what works the most. But so yes, that's what it's been about. This is just my rant showing you my table, how it usually is. This is how the table of a busy man should be. You have stuff going on, you have stuff you're doing. The table cannot always be neat. That is just the truth. So yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to my TED Talk. We've been creating content since 2018. Once again, I said that. And we never blew. This is 2026. So that's like, is that 8 years now? Yeah, so that's 8 years of content creation. So wherever you find this video, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you find this video, give it a like, share, follow, so that we can blow in 2026. Cheers.